So that's it. The Flying Eagles will be waiting the winner in the game between Senegal and Mali that will be played today. Sunday's final should also give Coach Manu Garba another opportunity to assess this team before they leave for the World Cup.
Absolutely, Weston. We've seen some players here that going into the tournament, we didn't really expect them to be first choices.
Yeah.
For example, the goalkeeper, his name is Joshua Maulu. Remember, we had Bilal passing that team as well. But Bilal Passing has been injured, hasn't really been fit. And this guy has come in yesterday. He saved Nigeria on a couple of occasions. 2 big saves that I remember. Joshua Maulu. So we've been able to discover some talent again at this competition. So it's a good one, really. And Coach Manu Garba has done a good job so far. I believe by the time the World Cup comes around, this team will be really ready.
Let me just read the quotes Coach Manu Garba after that game. It says, "It was a keenly contested game. My boys did not take off early. The best team won." Of course, Coach, we totally agree. We created a lot of chances and could have scored more than 2. Objective is to be the champions, and whether it's Mali or Senegal, we're ready for them.
Yeah, they have to be ready. That's the hallmark of a good side. You have to be ready for whatever opponent is awaiting you. So Mali, Senegal, whoever qualifies for the final, I think the Flying Eagles have the capacity to actually go on and win the African Under-20 Championship. Honestly, before we move on from this, I just want to say Mr. Mohamed, solid player, right back. But he hasn't got a call up into the national team. I have a look at who's been playing the right back for Nigeria for a while now. If Ambrose is a central defender.
That's it.
So it shows, I don't really...
Somebody should look at...
Somebody's got to look. This guy, he looks ready for me. I know the last time Stephen Keshi said the likes of Ian Acho were not ready to play after the they were too young. Like, that's ridiculous for me. But then Mr. Mohamed has shown every time. This guy is really grown in leaps and downs now from under 17. Especially when you don't even have a conventional right back. I was using Efe Ambrose. We saw what happened to him when he played South Africa. He's not a right back.
Not really good with covering up his place where he overlaps. We've seen Mr. Mohamed score goals. His finishing is good. His work rate is 100%. Good player.
Excellent. So the national handlers right now, I think that's to be Daniel Amokachi. They should have a look at the guy.
Maybe. Well, we got a coach of the Super Eagles. We will bring in Musa Mohamed to the Super Eagles team. That's where I go retire for them. Fantastic talent. The captain of the Flying Eagles deserves a call up to the Super Eagles. And let's also give a mention that the Super Falcons are getting ready for the All-African Games qualifier against Mali. Coach Edwin Okon has invited 18 players. Let's wish them luck. The Super Falcons, they've always done good for this country and talking about women's football in Africa. Let's go on a quick break now. When we come back, the UEFA Champions League will get our attention. There's so much pressure on Coach Manuel Pellegrini, and that's because Manchester City have failed to reach the quarterfinals of the 4 UEFA Champions League campaigns. Is it time for Manuel Pellegrini to leave? He's been talking after that game against Barcelona. Let's listen to him come back. We'll talk to stay.
Very important to focus our mind now in just in the Premier League. I repeat, it was a very difficult stage of Champions League against, for me, the best team of the world, because they have the best player as Barcelona. I repeat, I don't think maybe it's a deception not to continue, but we did what we could. We'll see what happened now in the last 9 games, but I hope that we recover and we will focus just in our league.
Manchester City's manager Manuel Pellegrini reacting to his team's ouster from this year's UEFA Champions League. I tell a lot, of course, that it should be about time for him to leave, and I don't agree, because if you look at it, even this Manchester City team is still a team that you can describe as a work in progress.
Austin, I don't really agree about the team being a work in progress. Look at the side.
But they're bringing in players, obviously, new players, they need to blend. They need to know, they need to have a synergy.
Because the players of this team, they've been together for a while. I'm talking of Silva, I'm talking of Aguero, I'm talking of Roberto, I'm talking of Joe Hart, I can go on and on. The Corby team has been together for a while.
Some company.
Yeah, company, but they've not been able to, step up their performance in Europe. Like you said, they've crashed out at this stage now for how many years in a row? 4 years in a row.
That's been beyond the round of 16.
Exactly, that's not good enough for a side that has spent so much money. And you can understand why the pressure is on Manuel Pellegrini right now. They're expecting progress, but we've not seen it from this Manchester City side, especially when I consider the fact that they have fallen behind Chelsea in the race for the Champions League as well too. So you can understand why the coaching business is a tough one. You're as good as your last result, and the past couple of results for Pellegrini hasn't been good enough. They lost to Burnley, now they're out of the Champions League. Yesterday it felt like men versus boys. Austin, you watched the
at the time you're expecting that they can put up a fight.
Yes,
got a penalty.
I'm still betting it. Austin, so it just shows you there's something wrong with the other side. They need a kick up there behind, definitely. I don't know what coach is going to come in. We heard talks of Diego Simeone now. They need someone. They really need it.
I strongly believe they should stay with Manuel Pellegrini at least for 2 more seasons. Let him complete. You know why I think they should stay with Manuel Pellegrini? Yes. Because if you look at the defense line, when company was trying to, is it blend with King? It took off a member of the defense team, brought another player. Even the midfield, they've not been consistent, and that's the problem. If you look at Chelsea, they've not been touching their defense line in almost 2 seasons because you need that sort of synergy to play big games as this.
Yeah, but the reason they've been doing that is because they find it very hard to find a solid partner for Vincent Kompany. But that's not, it happens, but that's not enough reason for a team to be this bad in Europe or Austin. Believe me, a team as good as Manchester City with all these players, world-class players, some of them have won the Champions League before. And when it comes to Europe, they really struggle. They struggle to get into the second round. Now they're out of it again. So I don't know really. It depends on what the hierarchy over there, what they want. If they believe Pellegrini is the man to actually take them to the promised land in terms of European football, then they'll keep him. They don't think so, then someone else is going to have to come in.
I think what I was trying to remember was less cuts and trying to change defenders and then midfielders and then getting that synergy.
They spent a lot of money on Mangala, £32 million defender. He didn't get to play yesterday.
So he's playing the World Cup. So I was saying, what did they monitor? Tayo, we saw Manchester City struggle when they traveled to Barcelona.
Yes.
But Juve showed how to travel when they got to Germany.
The old lady still got some fighting now. Definitely, that's what we saw yesterday. Obviously, going into the game 2-1 up was an advantage for them, and they absolutely exploited that advantage, and that's what they did. And Carlos Tevez, again, what a player. A couple of years ago, this guy said he wanted to go back to Argentina. There's in Italy now scoring all the goals for Juventus.
Because we are followers of English football, made him feel like it was all over for his career.
Yeah, exactly. He's keeping everybody wrong right now, and it's a good one for Juventus. I think Juventus, as well as the PSG, I think they're the dark horses in the competition. No side really want to meet these 2 teams in the quarterfinals.
It's Monaco in there. So just a little surprise.
Not sure about that.
It's the Champions League. Let's see the teams that have qualified for the quarterfinals of this year's UEFA Champions League. Some surprises there, as Tayo just mentioned. Of course, defending champions Real Madrid. Remember, they walked through the team rope to get where they are right now. We told you the old ladies Juve, they're still powering on. Atletico Madrid, Monaco. Yes, Monaco is there. Some people are saying it's supposed to be Arsenal, just as Wenger said, but no, it's not. Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain, and then Bayern Munich, FC Porto. Tayo, FC Porto.
Yeah, also now remember your prediction, which was either Monaco or Porto will be in the semi-finals. We'll see about that. We'll see, but first of all, you have to look at the list right there. Dominated by Spanish sides, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and Barcelona. Shows you where the power is really in terms of European football now. Same thing happened to him last year as well too. But what is striking is there's no English side. It's a very bad one. For the most
recent survey says Manchester City is among one of the richest spenders in current day football.
Yeah, but I don't play football for you, and that's why they're all out now. Obviously, Arsenal, they've been crashing out for a while now, so nobody would expected Arsenal to do much for England. But then Chelsea, the best placed side with a manager arguably the best in the world in jersey. A lot of people expect him to represent England this time around, but then they could handle PSG in that one. So better luck next time for them next season. I can hear the talks about a winter break coming out again. It's all about they're too tired and they need a break like all the other leagues, Germany, Italy, where they go on breaks during the Christmas. But then I don't think it's going to happen. That's just the way the Premier League is right now. They play football all through Christmas and New Year.
That's it. And nobody cares when you get into the UEFA Champions League. Just win, get the money for your club, and then move on.
Exactly.
Let's leave football and talk about what we've been talking about. Let's get talking. Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. Tyler, the Pac-Man using chess to prepare for this big fight.
That's a very strange game. Yeah, that's a strange one. Like if I ever thought about anyone using chess to prepare for a fight, I would think it's Mayweather. But obviously Pacquiao is going down that route now, and I don't know why he's doing that. Obviously he's doing it to relax, and I don't think he's going to come into play really when it comes to the fights itself.
They say it's Manny Pacquiao's secret weapon. Chess is a mind game. It involves a lot of calculation, intelligence. Maybe my just up his movement on May the 2nd.
That's why I say it's a little strange for me because now I think it's safe to say Mayweather is the one you call very intelligent and likes to pick his sports during a fight. So that's why I find it very a little bit strange that Pacquiao is doing that. But what is very important and what is clear is these two fighters are leaving nothing to chance. They're leaving no stone unturned at all. Mayweather has been posting pictures of his training sessions. He's gone back to the basics. He's even chopping woods now. You're a fan of Sylvester Stallone and you saw Rocky Balboa doing the same when he tried to make a comeback. So it's really going to be very interesting. Obviously, it's going to be dominated by preparations before the fight itself. So it's a good one, really. Yeah.
Okay, I'll just take that line. So I said it's really going to be an interesting fight when Floyd Mayweather Jr. takes on Manny Pacquiao on May 7th. Let's keep talking on May the 2nd. Let's keep talking until we see that fight. That's it. That's where the curtain falls on this edition of Sports This Morning on Channels Television. But remember, you can keep talking to us on Twitter. It's Channels_Sports, and on Facebook or Channels-Sport. That's it. On behalf of the ever dedicated sports team at Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Austin Okonakan. Make out some time, stop by the Nikon Stadium, watch the kids play football, season 7 of the Channels National Kids Cup. When you get there, watch them, support them, and as you do so, remember, let's keep talking sports. Bye for now.